Well, hey everybody, it's Bill with Basic Bill Videos, live from my spare bedroom broadcast room. Trying this out, see if I have all the equipment set up correctly, and I'd appreciate any feedback y'all can give me. Make sure the, first of all, audio. Am I getting out there audio-wise? That's a big thing. I can tell I'm out there video, but I'm not sure if you can hear me. So if someone could put up their hand and let me know that they are in fact hearing me, I'd appreciate it. All right, scratchy audio. Yeah, I think it's all right. Audio's good. Audio's 5x5. Scratching it. I noticed when I did my private test streaming that it was somewhat muffled or echoey, I guess you'd call it. I do have a standalone USB microphone that I'm using, and hopefully that's going to work out okay. All right, let's get the camera up here for me. Oh, there I am. I did notice that having my glasses on is probably not the best thing in the world with the reflections and stuff there. So I'm going to take them off. I can see just fine this close up to the screen without the glasses. No video? Someone says no video. Can you, is anybody else seeing video? I have one responder saying no video. Okay. Thanks, Andrew. And the pics, yeah, I'm just running a slideshow right now. Basically, just going through that just as kind of a placeholder until I get this thing wound up a little bit. All right. Apparently the video is getting through. I appreciate it very much. All right. Let's change screens to, I've got a couple ATCS monitors up here right now. This one up here, the top one, is for the Union Pacific's Geneva subdivision, which is showing from, I've got it showing from basically West Chicago here out to Clinton. So Geneva subdivision going west through Elburn, Malta, out past Nelson, and then out to Clinton. And down here is the, I've got the Canadian National's Freeport subdivision, which gets fairly busy in the evenings for some reason. And right now, just for instance, we've got let's see, it's a CN 5716 West. Has got a track authority out of Broadview, off toward the city of Chicago here, and is running westbound to meet at Burlington a let's see, a U704 train, a unit train of some sort, grain train, I guess, ethanol train. I'm not quite sure what that would be. Don't have the leader on that one. So if we keep an eye on that, eventually this block here is going to turn red as this guy continues westbound for that meet. Train symbols, Andrew, I happened to hear that one. Just happened the dispatcher was talking to this westbound, and he said there was a U704 that they were going to meet at Burlington. A lot of times I do not know the symbols. And yes, I am in a small box up here. BNSF fan 7695 mentioned that, and I can make myself real big, but my camera, the one I'm using here, I don't think it's great. So I think we'll just go back to the small camera in the corner. All right. BNS Freeport sub on a normal day. There's 2 scheduled trains on the CN Freeport sub. That's all. M337 is the westbound that runs usually around now, and that CN 5716 West might be it. And then there's the M338, which runs eastbound, and that typically is about at Freeport now, and will be running in a little while. That's the normal. You guys know how railroads are, but that's the normal time of day that these things generally run. So, and yeah, this is the Geneva subdivision up here. Let me get my pointers correct. So the pointer thing is kind of driving me crazy. West Chicago here, and you can see the CN Layton subdivision crossing north to south there in West Chicago. And then westbound from there, out at one of my favorite spots, Meredith. There's a little grade crossing out there, Howard Road. I'm there a lot. It's got good ATCS Monitor coverage. The Union Pacific is busy through there. I can see a fair distance, so I've got some sight lines to know what's coming. So if I want to get the drone up, I have some time. And it's not a very busy grade crossing for vehicle traffic, which to me is really important. Plus, there's good parking there. That's important too. Sometimes you get out to a grade crossing, nowhere to park, or it's just real busy and that kind of thing. So this has got a lot of good things going for it, and it's about 20 minutes from my house. So it's a good go-to spot if there's something coming along on the Geneva subdivision. I've gotten a lot of heritage catches there, that kind of thing. Hey there, Train Boy Login Productions. And let's see, who else? I should acknowledge all you guys. Let's see, Trains of Minnesota, hello. Missouri Rail Fanner, hello. Lytle Thomas, AS, BNSF Fan 7695. Andrew Osborne, I've known Andrew a long time. BNSF, okay, there's Andrew again. I'm missing some. 25 MFD, Jack Griffin, Mr. Griffin. And let's see, who have I missed here? SMD Super Mario Daniel. And can I make Illinois Railway videos in Sheridan, Illinois, he asks. I have been in Sheridan, Illinois in the past. That line is not too busy during the day, and I would like to do more there if it was busier. The Illinois Railway just got a 3.6, I forget how many new to them SD40-2 engines, and so I'm looking forward to getting out in that neck of the woods when the sun is in the summertime, when we have longer daylight. I've been able to catch stuff there, so looking forward to maybe getting those guys as they go online. There's, I think, 2 or 3 of them are currently just came online now for those people, and I do like the Illinois Railway, and when I can get them, I will. Okay, so let's take a look at a few other things here. We've got, while waiting for the this block to go red here, I don't know if you can also hear in the background, I've got an online scanner feed running, which I use a lot. That's the Northern Illinois Railroad feed that a friend of mine, Steve, has put up, and it pulls in a lot of the rail conversation in Northern Illinois. I right now simply have the CN and the CP on. You can isolate the 2 different streams, so I'm not listening to the UP or BNSF at all, but right now just the CN and the CP, trying to catch that leader on the 704 train is, and that kind of thing. So if anybody's interested in the Freeport subdivision, the ATCS Monitor, along with that Northern Illinois Railroad feed, you can really keep track of where those trains are. I know it's not very busy, but when they're out there, those two resources are great for tracking stuff on that line from, say, Seward and Freeport to Munger and a little bit east of that. So if you can hook up with those two resources, you can cover this line real well. As far as the Geneva subdivision, same thing with that. You've got a lot more chatter when there's the scanner and everything. It's sometimes it's really difficult to pull in good information from there because it's so busy. But there's good ATCS Monitor coverage up there also. All right, here it comes. Hang on a second. See if we can hear this. We've got customer service CN.
CN 5716.
That's 5716. She's talking to that westbound. That's another thing about the CN. They have this customer service.
Yes, you do. Line 9. When you're ready to copy, it's an empty, environmentally hazardous substance car.
So the crew is talking to this customer service lady up in Fond du Lac. Something about apparently a car buried in their train. That's another good thing about the CN. They have this customer service, and they'll occasionally chat with the trains. You get a chance to listen to, get the IDs, get the leader IDs from them also.
I can give you the car number if you're going to look. You ready for the car number?
Have I caught any NS70 ACUs? I do not believe I have.
79738. Empty tank.
Hey Andrew, here's what I miss. Andrew says I miss working for the Illinois Railway. Here's something that I miss. Let's see if I can bring this up
It
here.
shows as line 9. It's behind a BCOL.
Bingo.
11265.
That's what I miss. Those things have been gone for about 2-3 years now. And that was on the Canadian Pacific Chicago subdivision. We used to get these guys all the time. And of course, now they're gone. So, that's about I think this is about, that photo was taken about 2.5 years ago. We knew at that time they were about to go away. So we were all scrambling to get our last licks in photo-wise and that kind of thing. All right, back to ATCS Monitor. And how long ago did you retire? I actually haven't retired yet. I have a great job where I fly for a living. And so I can have, when I'm not flying, I'm pretty free to do things I want to do. When I'm flying, I'm out of town, that kind of thing. So I will be retiring probably within the next year or two, though. And now our customer service lady shut up. All right, let's go to, I want to go to, let's see if I can bring up this. I'm curious. This is a video that is not public yet. It'll be coming out this weekend. Shot this a couple weeks ago. So you folks are the first to see it. And I'm curious whether the sound from the video gets out to you. I cannot hear it, but that may be because of one of the settings I have set up on my encoder here. This was shot with the Mavic drone, of course. So let me know if you're hearing audio from that video. I'm really curious how that worked out or not. Not too far into this video, at about 1 minute and 30 seconds, the camera that I was using to record the sound, the ground camera, was knocked over by the wind from the train. It's one of the reasons why I switched to GoPro cameras for my ground cameras, because they can take a licking and keep on ticking. Whereas the Canon camcorders that I had in the past were getting expensive because they'd tip over too, and that was all right. No audio in the train video. Okay, well that's something I've got to work on. Then there's a setting I've got not set correctly then. But you come back on, I think Saturday I've got this scheduled to come out, and you hear the audio. But otherwise, I just shortened the video up because at this point the camera was lying on the ground, and so I didn't have anything else. So let's turn that one off. Still waiting for our block to light up here. It's been a while since they got their track authority, so I'm kind of surprised it hasn't come out yet. Yeah, those ICE units were great. Back in about 2011, they were short of power, believe it or not, and they were running all kinds of leaser units, ST40-2 leasers all over, very colorful trains. Every color of the rainbow they had of ST40-2s. But not anymore. Now they're just, Andrew would know what they are. Crusty beavers, I think they're referred to as. And they're nothing too spectacular. I just put a video up of one the other day, or I think it's today actually. And I basically just got it because it was a snow-covered background, and the red was nice looking against it. So that was about it for that. Let's take a look at those. While we wait for this to show up, let's go back to the photos real quick. Talk about a few of those guys. This is last summer. This 1996 was running. And let's see here. I can pause these, I believe. And we got an incoming call on the house phone. So let me get rid of that. It's election time here in Illinois. There's all kinds of political calls coming in. This was out in Ancona, Illinois. Great sweeping curve on the BNSF Chillicothe sub. That if you ever get a chance to get out there, I really recommend it. It's quite a thing. It's busy. The trains come through really fast, and there's a lot of them. A lot of good shots for photos and stuff. So, Ancona, Illinois, if you have an interest in high-speed curves. Once again, the 1996 was running last year, and I took a lot of opportunities to shoot that. This is from what's the grade crossing there? Francis Road. And then it got paired up nicely with the 1988 also. So that was pretty cool. We get a fair amount of these, and this is at that Meredith Road or Howard Road grade crossing. Now these guys just came out of paint last year, and the Union Pacific decided to keep them in their torch relay colors, which was really neat. And so for about a week they kept them together, and everybody in the Chicago area that had the opportunity to went out and got these guys. So that was kind of that was nice that the UP did that. ST70M-2 took me a while to realize, it took me a while, but I was told that it's not the same as ST70ACE. One's AC, one's DC. Yeah, okay, thank you. They look the same to me, but there is a difference, obviously. This is near Plato Center, Illinois. Nice spot for westbounds. And there's the this is the last day they were paired together, and I had just gotten my authorization to fly in the DuPage Airport airspace area. So I took the drone after doing a little surveying, because there's a lot of wires and trees right here, and figured out a way that I could sneak out to over the tracks and thread my way through some wires and trees and stuff, and got this shot in the fall where it still has some color in the trees. That's the Fox River, Geneva, Illinois. I was really happy to get that shot. And let's see, this is west of Burlington, Illinois, on the Freeport subdivision. Don't see those too often, those barns. There's good old 1988 again. This was a pan shot. Oh, hang on a second, we can hear what we got going here.
There's about 1,900 feet on the counter.
Now that must be that U704 pulling into. Let's take a quick look and see if we got. Let's go back to the. Yeah, all right. Look at the ATCS monitor here at that Addison block, and it's on the move. There's another politician calling in. Get rid of them. Anyway, so there's that block and a green line up all the way to Burlington for the meet there. All right, back to the back to that slideshow. 1988 at Francis Road with the 1966 was also in that one. This one, let's see if I can pause this or not. Baseline Road. This was taken at that same spot that I just showed you the video of. That's the same location, of course, not in the snow, but in the peak of the summer, as you can see from the soybeans and the corn. Well, I think we've done that one already. I've got this on a kind of a shuffle play, so I guess there's going to be a few of them that are going to show up again. Drone shot, Francis Road. Another shot. This was way out at Wilrett Road, closer to Rochelle. And there's the 1983. Let's see, once again at Howard Road, one of my favorite spots out there. You've seen that one. Like I say, sorry about the shuffles here. I guess I should have left it in order for this. Okay, this is on the Freeport sub west of Burlington, eastbound. A nice curve here as it approaches, is that Engle Road? There's a prairie behind it, as you can see. It's a Kane County Forest Preserve. And so that's one of my favorite spots for eastbounds on the Freeport subdivision, is right there. Can you get enough of the 1996? This was once again there at the. Let me pause this and answer a couple questions. I'm not being very good at this. There's a good one to pause it at, I think. Hopefully it'll pause. Troy Grove job, Elva, Illinois. All right. Let's get some questions here. Can you make more train videos in Montgomery, Illinois? I doubt it. I can try. I'm not down there very often. Let's see here. I see some of you guys got the 1996 in West Chicago on July 30th. That was BNF Fan 7695. Amtrak Man 378. Can you get the ATCS train map of UP? Where can you get it? ATCS Monitor, you have to join the Yahoo group. I think you have to send in a request to join it. And once you get in there, then you can download the actual program and then the various layouts that people, volunteers, it's all volunteers on this. So don't ever get mad if there's a problem with this stuff, because it's strictly a volunteer service. and you can download the various layouts that people have put together for you. ATC, does it work on Apple computers? No, it's strictly a Windows program. I guess there's workarounds with some kind of ways that you can run Windows on an Apple computer, but you have to have a Windows computer to make it work. Sometimes you'll see folks have the ATCS monitor on their cell phones. I do that too. That is being done by using a remote viewer to a computer. For instance, I will run the ATCS monitor on this computer and then use TeamViewer or let's see, remote viewer, I think is from Chrome, to watch the actual screen at home. That's how that works. So no, you do not have the capability to run it on an Apple computer. You probably will never have it. The way things are, from what I understand, that's been a request forever. Okay, Troy Grove's job that runs from DeKalb down to Troy Grove, Illinois, sand train. And this is Elva, Illinois, a really interesting old elevator. And I was able to get ahead of the train and get that shot, which I really like. Now you guys know what this is. An SD60E or something like that? I'm not sure. I'm not very good with a lot of the train models, to be honest with you. Most of you folks probably know them a lot better than I do. Oh, this was out further west on the Freeport sub. This is a crappy photo. I don't know why I included this one. The light was bad, and I guess we've gone through most of these photos here. SD60E, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right, we'll leave it up with this guy here. I'm going to wrap this up pretty quick. You guys have been very patient, and I just, like I said, I wanted to see if this is working, if you could hear me, and that kind of thing. Let's go back to the ATCS monitor. I get the impression that this westbound is not moving very fast. After you've watched this for a while, you can tell how fast the trains are moving. Get a general idea. I also get the impression that that eastbound, that U train, is in the siding at Burlington already. Still don't know what that leader is. But okay, I've run out of things to say. Unless you have any more questions, I'm going to be signing off here shortly, and I appreciate your checking in here. So I may do this occasionally, and we'll see how it goes. Any other questions real quick? No? Okay. Well, thanks again for watching and giving me some feedback on this. I really appreciate it. This will probably, it will go up on the YouTube page. You can comment there also if you need to. Any other questions, I'd be happy to answer. Just let me know. And appreciate your checking in. Have a good